Good day, YouTubers, friends, and family from across the world. This is Mike with Morning Dew Daily Events Worldwide. We are on November 13th, 2018. Welcome to another surviving day on this planet and another daily video from Morning Dew. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to start off, we're looking at the sun at 195 angstroms, watching two large plasma filaments in antipode position northwest and southwest, northwest and southeast. These things are huge, probably about the size of 3 Earths standing on top of each other. Just massive. But the interesting thing is, the sunspot in the middle is making a straight line with these large filament eruptions. And get a closer look at them here. Wow, just amazing stuff. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to start out here looking at the Pacific Disaster Center. Wildfires in Ventura, the Wolseley Fire, and Hill Fire. Buck County declaring a state of emergency. Most of California under a state of emergency. These fires have become devastating. Ford claimed 47 people's lives so far. Still hundreds missing. These are all the volcanoes that have erupted in the past 4 to 5 hours. We've also got extremely dry conditions and fires in Australia. And of course, Africa. We're going to start out here looking NASA worldview as we watch this campfire grow over the last 3 days. This was day 1. Day 2. And day 2 is when the Wolseley Fire, Hill Fire, had started as well. And now most of the smoke has headed east. Even parts of Ontario have been smelling the smoke. So stay aware and prepared, folks, because it does not look like they have any bit of that large campfire under control. Looking from space, there's still a large plume. Most deadly and destructive wildfire in California's history. 100 people still missing. 47 people's lives have been claimed. Thoughts and prayers going out to everybody being affected by these disastrous fires in California. Thanks for watching today, where we're going to look at the last 24 hours for earthquakes. Largest being the 5.6 East Chile rise. That was recorded yesterday. Still watching a lot of movement in the Caribbean and also the West Coast, North America. Watch for a seismic increase throughout parts of Alaska over the next 12 hours. This is the last 7 days for earthquakes from around the world. A lot of deep earthquakes in the Tonga region. Deep earthquakes in South America and as well as the Caribbean. And the earthquakes are starting to get deeper in Alaska as well. These are my forecasted regions. Northern parts of South America and Western North America. Alaska, most likely Aleutian Islands. 6.0 or greater expected. Myself in the next 48 hours. On to weather. We're going to look at snowfall totals for the next 10 days. After a large nor'easter, we'll be heading to the Atlantic provinces and hammering Newfoundland again. dropping up to 80 centimeters of snow. Parts of northern Quebec receiving 80 centimeters. But week after week, they're having these nor'easters. Parts of Alberta only receiving about 5 centimeters of snow the next 10 days. Still pretty dry conditions so far here in Alberta. But large amounts of snow falling in the Rockies, and I've been talking about that for the last couple of days. They've already had 3 major avalanches on the eastern side of the Rockies, so stay aware and prepared as winter is coming early across the northern hemisphere. Here we're going to look at the 5-day forecast brought to you by Meteo Earth and Meteo Mike. Looking at North America as a large nor'easter forms and heads east. But what we want to watch is the second one. So there's the first one, a lot of very strong winds associated with that storm, creating blizzard-like conditions for Ontario, Quebec, and the Atlantic provinces, mostly the Atlantic provinces. Newfoundland will get hammered. But what happens here is tropical development in the Atlantic Ocean. Watch as it starts to form here over the Dominican. Quickly gets sucked up northwest into the Colorado low, creating yet another nor'easter for the Atlantic provinces and the eastern seaboard later in the week. Cold temperatures reaching all the way down to Texas. Freezing temperatures down in Houston. Here's the next few days for Calgary, Alberta, receiving 5 centimeters of snow. On the weekend coming up, watching the Pacific Ocean, these large low pressure systems keep forming. Thanks so much for watching today. This has been Mike with Morning Dew, daily events worldwide. Stay aware and prepared. Much love to you all. God bless. Stay young and have fun. And get your morning dew. Your morning dew. Bye-bye. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.